You can hear me? Great. Look at me, troubleshooting like a boss. Okay, I just left it and came back in. All right, so that's all it took. All right, hello, hello, welcome everybody. Hello, Jennifer, hello, Nanette and Jen and Mindy and Jim and Trisha White. We hear you, I hear you, great. Okay, we're getting started then. Yes, all right. So let's start then by talking about Facebook jail. How much does it suck, right? How much does Facebook jail suck? Seriously, like I know that's not the most professional language I've ever used, but there's no other way to describe it. It just sucks. I'm gonna close out of this other window too. I'm gonna have to trim all of this off. Okay, so FYI, guys, if you hear my ghost, whoo, that's my computer. It's very, very powerful. It's a powerful computer. It's a noisy computer. I want to dive right in because I don't want us to waste a whole lot of time on preamble. I'm going to end up deleting these first 5 minutes because obviously they were me looking around trying to fix the sound. We're in business. Let's go, right? Let's do this. Okay, first things first, guys. Let's talk about okay, where did I put this note? I want to look at the note that I had so I can start in the right order. Okay, so how to avoid getting put in jail. All right. Let's talk first about why jail exists, where it came from. I know it sucks so bad. It's like the worst. You live in this fear and it's like, you're like, oh my God, like I am getting put in jail. Like, oh my God. Jenny says, I'm starting to feel like my ex-husband. I'm in jail so much, dude. That is really funny in like a very macabre kind of way. So I hope it's okay that I laughed. It was super funny. Donna Johnson, you were in jail 21 days. I was in jail. I remember 2 years ago, I was in jail for almost 28 days. I think longer, not very much longer. I was so mad, so mad, right? Because it interferes with our businesses. All right. So let me tell you a bit about where this came from. So I've been going to Facebook Boost events. I've been really researching to try and figure out where this jail systems problem started, because there is a disproportionate number of direct sellers who are put in jail as compared to your average person. Now, if I'm being perfectly honest, I know a lot of direct sellers, so it might just seem that way to me because I know a lot of direct sellers. But it does seem to me that there is a little bit of a tendency for direct sellers to get thrown in jail. So what that tells me is that there is a certain pattern of behavior that we engage in as direct sellers that we don't know causes jail. So that was my first guess. And I want to take you through this process so you can see how we ended up where we're at. So I was like, what is that activity, right? What is that activity? And so every time you guys get thrown in jail, you'll reach out to me, you'll send me screenshots and things so that I can add to my pool of information. So I appreciate that. Keep it coming. Like, just seriously, keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. I love to know about these things. I don't want you to be thrown in jail, of course. So I don't love hearing that you're in jail, but I love getting the data because that allows me to sort of add one more piece to the puzzle. Okay. One more piece to the puzzle. Right. So you just wake up and poof, you're there. And Jenny, I'll share a little bit more about this afterwards. Okay. So, the reason why this happened, so I ended up calling, actually I didn't call. So I went to the Facebook Boost event. They had a help desk there. All right. And their help desk had a bunch of people in it. And I stopped at one guy and I said, all right, listen, I need to talk to you about Facebook jail. And so I said, I'm not in jail. I haven't been in jail in 2 years, but this is the problem that my community is dealing with. And it is preventing them from running their businesses. And I am here. I want to try to get this information. So we talked for a little bit and he said, we talk about Facebook jail too, because it's a problem with us as well. Like I couldn't figure out whether they were being thrown in jail too, or if it was just a problem that they hear about a lot. Right. So he posted a bowl of soup. So this is, guys, do not post a bowl of soup. Seriously, the randomest things will get you put in jail, right? Like someone else commented on a post like about Jason Momoa, bam, jail, done. It's crazy. So anyway, so he gives me a link. All right. He says, go to this link and you can ask for help here. All right. It's an ad link. It's a support section of Facebook for business owners who run ads or business owners, right? So that's how it was sent. That was how it was shared to me. And so I grabbed that link. And if you want that link, it is in the description for this live. You are welcome to, it's the one that says how to get Facebook one-on-one support. And there's instructions for how to use it and everything. So I actually went on to that support account and I started talking to Facebook. And I talked to this guy and we talked for a long time. And he said that you may or may not see, like, just because I got to see the button and access the Facebook ad support doesn't mean that everyone else will. So I was like, are you kidding me? I've just told everybody that this will help them because I found it. And he says, yeah, well, you need to have been running some ads. So the first thing to keep in mind is that if you decide to use that link, right, to let Facebook know that you are in jail, that link is specifically if you've been running ads, like they need to see some ad activity. All right. If you haven't done any ad activity, you won't see the button. But if you do, go ahead and try it. The fact is that the guy isn't able to help very much on the other end. But here's the thing. At the end of the conversation with the help desk, the entire transcript of that conversation goes into a developer database that the developers access. Okay. So now, even though the person who talked to you couldn't help you, that information is going to a space where the developers who work on the back end can help you. Okay. So that's the first thing. All right. The second thing that you have available to you is a link for disabled or disabled or compromised or problematic Facebook accounts. All right. That's also in the description in the notes above. Now that you have to be logged out of Facebook. So if you're logged into Facebook, you won't see it and it won't work for you. You have to be logged out. It is meant for if your account has already been disabled, so like Facebook jail and whatnot. But people have been able to log out and access it and then say whatever their problems are, even if they're not in jail. So I would do that. Again, they're not going to be able to solve all of your problems, but I am now getting reports back from a lot of people about a variety of things that they're talking to people at Facebook and they're learning more about the jail situation that they're in. In some cases, 100%, it's some kind of dingbat out there being a horrible human being and reporting people. That is something that happens. That is something that is going to happen. There's not much you're going to be able to do about that. You can't control that part of it, and you can't account for when someone's going to be in a reporting kind of mood or something, right? And we'll talk a little bit more about how to prevent being reported in a little bit, but that's something to keep in mind, is that sometimes you're in jail because you were reported. You did something spammy. I'll be honest with you. It took all of my self-control today to not report the final straw that broke the camel's back when I was invited. It was just added to my 8th group in the last 24 hours from the same company. That's really spammy, guys. That is really spammy. And I didn't report anybody. Instead, I decided to say, you know what? I'm going to make a post on my wall to let people know that this is not a really good marketing strategy and to let them know that it actually has more detrimental effects than you would think. So perhaps it's not the best idea for your marketing. But your average person is not going to take that step. They're not going to take the time to write a letter to people who are randomly adding them to groups, asking them to not spam them. They're just going to report you. So you are going to get reported if you engage in sort of spammy behaviors or if you do something that someone else considers to be spammy. And we're going to come to that, as we continue through this. But another thing that we're discovering, and this was very interesting to me, and this is the part we're going to focus on a little bit, is that there are some people who are in Facebook jail, but when their accounts are being examined, it doesn't show that they're in Facebook jail at all, okay? That was really telling for me, all right? There have been a few people who've reported that, and that was very telling for me. Because if they can't see it with the level of access that they have, then that means that whatever's happening is happening sub-level, okay? It's happening at the programmatic level. The help desk guys don't know the answers to those questions. They can't access the code at that level. They're not going to be able to help you. But it gave me a very clear insight into what's probably going on at Facebook. So I want to be really clear here about where my information is coming from this moment for the next few minutes, because I don't want you to think that I have any inside scoop on Facebook or that Facebook has, sent me an email letting me know why people are in jail. I don't have any insider information, but I've been in tech for a really long time. I started with computers when I was in diapers practically. I think I was like 5 when I had my first computer. It was a Commodore 64. I was coding from when I was very, very young. I spent a lot of time in the tech world. My dad had a computer repair company that I was at all the time. My whole life was about soldering irons and motherboards and hard drives and things like that. I built my first computer when I was 20 years old because in Pakistan, I didn't have the parts. So I do understand how technology works. And my experience in business and tech and programs and project management is where this information is coming from now, okay? That what this tells me is 2 things. One is that there is a code out there that is designed to put people in jail deliberately for engaging in spammy practices. All right, spammy practices include selling on your personal profile, making friends with a lot of people that you don't know, and then sending them that same message that says, hey girl, hey, I got something for you, or whatever it is, like it's changed my life, it's made a difference. Any of those messages that you're being encouraged to send or that you feel like you should send, those messages are spamtastic, right? Spamtastic. They will get you thrown in Facebook jail. If you sell on your personal profile, if you're sharing your post into many, many groups, like you have links groups or things like that, that is going to get you put into Facebook jail. And the reason for that has a lot to do with, Facebook calls it falsely inflating organic reach for sales. Okay, falsely engaging, falsely creating organic reach for sales. When you share something into a group to get organic reach, which is what you're trying to do, doesn't matter whether that group is designed for links or not. Facebook doesn't know that. It's an AI. It has no idea that that's what the group is set up for. So when you share your lives or your posts that are sales related to these places, Facebook considers that to be falsely inflating your organic reach, and it will throw you in jail. Okay, so there's a lot of reasons that you can get thrown in jail. The best way to not get thrown in jail, all right, is, and we're going to talk a lot about how not to get thrown in jail. So what I'm starting with right now, this isn't the only piece of advice you're getting, but we're going to start with that, okay? What the most important thing to not getting thrown in jail is to be really honest with yourself about the activities that you are actually engaging in. Because I have had business owners tell me, well, I'm not engaging in any spammy activities. And then I go to their personal profile and it's nothing but sales. I don't spam anybody. And I get a message 10 minutes later saying, hey, do you want to buy this product from me? Be very honest with yourself about the activities that you are actually engaging in, not the ones that you wish you were engaging in your ideal world, not the ones that you think you're engaging in because that's how you have designed your perspective. Be honest with yourself about what you're really doing. If you are selling on your personal profile, if you are sending messages to people that you've never met before, asking them, telling them about how some product has changed your life and you really want to help them change their lives too, that's not a good one either. Sharing from your business page promotional content, also not a good one. Now, there are a bunch of things that a bunch of steps that we're going to talk about that you can take to prevent getting thrown into Facebook jail. But it's important to recognize that no matter how friendly you think someone is, no matter how purposeful, no matter the fact that a group is set up for links, in the end, the AI can only see what the activities are. Okay. So from its point of view, here's what the activity is. Donna, I'm going to use you as an example because your name is right there. Donna goes live. Donna shares to a bunch of pages. Donna is spammy. Donna's going to jail. Okay. Doesn't matter that every group that Donna shared to was specifically for sharing links. That's what it's for. She's not spamming anyone. She's putting it exactly where she's supposed to. The AI doesn't know that. All it knows is you're putting it in a bunch of groups. Sorry, man. Game over. You're in jail. Okay. If the customers do the sharing, it's happening to them now too. And it's hard to tell whether the customers doing the sharing is a glitch. Okay. Or is purposeful. And we're going to come to that, the glitch part in a second. All right. Now, jail looks different for a lot of people. So Cindy made a really good point here. She said, I won't let me post on pages. It'll let me post on pages I manage, but nothing else. Go Packers. Go Packers. And that's 100%. For somebody else, it's going to show up in a different way. For someone else, it's going to show up in a different way. It shows up in a variety of different ways. So not everybody's jail looks the same. Okay. Exactly. So Ashley is in Facebook jail and she can comment, but she can't love your comment. Oh, she wants to love this comment. This is the best ever. Best comment ever. I'm going to love this for you, Ashley. I got your back. That's because it was designed by a man. Jenny, you were hysterical. I hope that you were bringing all this hystericalness to your group. They give a badge. Yeah, exactly. So they have a badge for sharers, but it's not good to do. I know, right? It's annoying. And we're going to come to the part of this conversation where I'm really going to say, guys, let's just take it off Facebook, right? Let's do that. But we're going to come to that in a second because what if I just shared this video into multiple groups? Well, this is not a sales video, so it's okay. It's the promotional content. So if you're going live to talk about underwater basket weaving and your community shares it, it's not a problem. It's fine. If you make a post about how to boil an egg in under 3 minutes, don't know how that's done, but let's pretend that it is. I think maybe a pressure cooker could do it. Let's say that I think a pressure cooker would crack the egg, right? Anyway, not important to this conversation. But if you were doing a live or have a post that is not sales related, it's fine. It's the sales ones, okay? And now the Facebook has this ability to hear what you're saying, okay? And this technology, by the way, is getting so cool. You have no idea how cool this technology is getting. I actually just got a sneak peek of a software. Lets you search your videos by word. So if somebody types in the word, it'll search the video for the word being spoken. Very cool, right? Facebook can hear what we're saying. It knows you're trying to sell. If you're selling and it's getting shared, it's getting marked, okay? Microwave? Yeah, possibly microwave. Possibly. I am from New England, but go Pats too. Dude, I just love football. Football's just awesome. I like watching good football and I like good teams and the Raiders. I like good teams and the Raiders. I don't know if they're good this year or not because I haven't had time to watch them. Okay. So, all right. So first things first, we know that this Facebook is real, right? A Facebook jail is real. We know that it's programmed that way. Here's the problem. Every Tuesday, okay, and is code drop day. That's when Facebook updates major parts of code. Now, they do hot fixes during the week, as is pretty standard with most software, but Tuesday is the big code drop day, which is why Tuesdays are the days where you'll see me make that post saying, guys, the engagement might be low. You might, if you see any problems, these are the things that you can do if you find that you're having trouble with Facebook this week. Like Tuesday, I had 11 people on a live that I usually would have 30 people on. It was very weird. I was like, what the heck's happening? Turns out there were 30 people on the live. I could just only see the number 11. I'm like, all right, well, that's Facebook being Facebook. When they update the code, all right, one of the things that every coder knows this to be true. Code has errors. Okay. Code has errors, especially code as big as Facebook. So when they upload the updated code that does what it's supposed to do, it also updates the code with the errors. And that error, okay, is what makes you go to jail more often, more frequently, whatever, or the recalibrated algorithm, right? So now every Tuesday, things reset. So you figured it out and now suddenly things reset and you're like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding? Why do I have to deal with this, right? That's because the code resets every week because they're updating it with all of the various updates. And sometimes they'll do a hot fix and it'll mess it up. So now what I've really said to you, if I was you right now, I would be listening to me going, what the heck are you even saying? This is just a lot of Facebook jail stuff, right? A lot of there's so much jail. There's so many reasons why we could be put in jail. There's so, like, how do we disentangle it, right? Because that's why you're here. You want to be disentangled. The first thing is this. We need to understand that there's a difference between unintentional and intentional jail, okay? We know what the algorithm wants, okay, in terms of engagement, relatable content, people to stay on the platform. So as long as we're creating that kind of content, Facebook's going to be fine. It's totally fine. We know that it wants us to engage with other people. We know that it wants us to build relationships. Knowing that, we can take the behaviors that it wants us to do and do those things, which decreases our chances of being put in jail, along with the additional spam bot kind of things. If you guys are interested in learning how to do that, because it's actually a longer training than I can do today, the Social Strategy Squad, what I'm doing right now is building an income strategy for the Squid Army. And each week we're going through and adding something to that strategy so that slowly we're building a long-term income plan as opposed to a let's ride by the seat of our pants. Am I making money today? I don't know. Am I going to make money tomorrow? Who knows? I guess we'll find out, right? We're trying to eliminate that level of unpredictability and uncertainty and instead go straight for I'm building a system that I know is going to bring me money consistently over time. Socialstrategysquad.com. If you're interested, the link is also up above. It is a private coaching group. It is $14.99 a month. You get so much more value than $14.99 a month. Like the kind of coaching that I give in there is worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars per person. And that's not, you don't have to take my word for it. Squids in the house will tell you. Squids in the house will tell you. Okay. But there are, you want to engage with Facebook the way that it wants to engage. But the errors make it hard for us. And the reporting portion makes it hard for us because now we're doing what we think are the right things and we get thrown in jail anyway. Now, for many of you who say that you posted, Marjorie said she can set an alarm to it. Dude, that's terrible. Exactly. So Sal, did I ever get, I think you told me how to pronounce your name and I forgot. Sil, can you tell me again? Is it Sil? Sil, it's Sil, isn't for Sylvia? Is it Sil? Okay. From reading your other posts, I see I need to interact on my own profile more and comment more activity on my feed and not just my multi-sales groups. Exactly. Not doing that, right? Where you're only engaging in your groups and not on your personal profile and with your friends and family. That will alert, that alerts Facebook. There's something wrong here. And it's going to start to pay more attention to you. I call it waking up Facebook, which is a creepy way of saying it, but it's true, right? Now, Sil, I want to piggyback off of what you're saying now because someone else said that that she got thrown into jail, like she got out of jail and then she got thrown into jail. And Donna mentioned that happens to her too. There is a heat signature to this. Okay. Did you guys ever watch Aliens? You remember Aliens, Aliens 2, the one where they're on the planet, right? And for those of you that don't know, basically they're on the planet and there's a bunch of people trapped in a room and they've got a motion sensor in front of them, right? And they're a motion sensor and they can sense the aliens coming towards them. And I'll post a link for that scene after this, right? And it goes, doot, 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 right? Because the aliens are far away. The closer they get, it's like, doot, 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 right? Like that. That's how it goes. And the aliens keep coming. And the closer they get, doot, 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 doot. Facebook has a similar alarm for you. Okay. When you engage with Facebook the way that Facebook wants you to engage, hanging out with your friends, talking to people, being in groups, things like that. Okay. Then you're doot, doot. It's all chill, not fine, perfectly fine heartbeat. But you start doing some of the spammy activities. So still, let's say for a long period of time, you don't engage on your personal profile and you engage in your group. Now suddenly you're selling in your personal, you're selling on your personal profile and sending me random messages. You didn't do that. I'm just making this up. Right. And so now even once you put in jail. All right. So then you get taken out of jail. But even though you just got out of jail, it's still at the, it's like boiling water. You have to wait until the water cools off. Right. So a lot of you are waiting, chomping at the bit, waiting till you get thrown out of jail so you can quickly post again. Give yourself some breathing room. Right. Don't just immediately jump right in back to Facebook. Give yourself some breathing room. What you really want to have, and that's going to be the crux of what we talk about after this, is a system of diversified marketing. So you're doing more than just one thing so that you don't feel like you have to jump onto Facebook the second it comes back because that's your only stream of income. Okay. I will make a promise to all of you right now. If you have Facebook as your only stream of income, you are going to struggle as a business owner forever. If Facebook is the only place where you get, find, nurture, talk to your customers, then this is your life. This is your life. But it doesn't have to be. All right. It does not have to be. Your life can be anything you want it to be. You can have a stable business that doesn't have all of these ups and downs that come from Facebook jail, but it requires a choice and it requires taking action consistently, not just taking action when you're in jail, because I'm willing to bet that a lot of the things I'm going to suggest you do when you're in jail, but the second you're not in jail, you forget about all those things and focus right back on Facebook again. So it's basically like every single time it's like destroying your business. And yes, it is going to destroy your business 100%. I can practically guarantee it. As long as Facebook is the only place you're at, you're basically asking to have your business shut down because that's the only place that your customers are. A truly healthy business has multiple ways to connect with their customers. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Okay. But I want to answer a question from Donna first. Okay. So so Donna, I think there might've been a misunderstanding. You can definitely go live on your business page. You can definitely go live in your group. You can definitely share from your business page to your group with risk. You cannot share from your business page to your personal profile. So the Donna Johnson Thomas profile, where you hang out with your friends and your family and show pictures of babies and that kind of thing, you do not want to sell there. That is against Facebook's terms and conditions, and it will get you put in jail. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to talk about I'm going to look at the comments, answer some questions. We're going to come back here. I'm going to talk about the do's and don'ts to not get thrown in jail. And then I'm going to give you what you should do so that you don't ever have to worry about Facebook jail, so that it becomes a thing of the past. All right. So I just want to look at some questions really quick. Alrighty. Let's just make sure that I answer all the questions. So I lost my advertising account by advertising my hands-on healing certification over 18 months ago. I would love it back. You could actually get a different business page if you wanted, or a different account. I'm not sure, or you could appeal it. I would suggest appealing it and see what happens. You all spelled Vikings wrong. How are the Vikings doing this time? Nope. Instant Pot. No. Okay. Guys, do not Instant Pot your boiled egg. Okay. Let me Okay. Let's see. Should we unlink groups from our page? No, you should not unlink your groups from your page. They do still need to be connected, and you do want to go live on your business page. Okay. Alrighty. So Jenny, all right. So Jenny and Donna has tried this too, and this has worked for Donna as well. If you have something that says you need to change your password, don't click OK, delete the app, reinstall. Sometimes it works. It has worked for Donna. I know it's worked for Jenny and it's worked for a couple other people, but it doesn't work for everyone. So that is a technique for sure. Okay. I'm being salesy. It's true. I totally did sell just then. Oh my gosh. I was being salesy. I'm going to get thrown in jail. No, wait, I think you'll get thrown in jail. You're the one to share it. No, you're fine. It does not work for Ashley though. Jen Hudson, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Yes. And you can definitely go live on your business page. I was talking specifically about your personal profile. Socialstrategysquad.com, socialstrategysquad.com, socialstrategysquad.com. And there's a link in the description up above to join. $14.99 a month, the best $14.99 you will ever spend. I know that may sound a little bit self-serving, but it's true. It's like a metal detector. Exactly. It's like a metal detector. Thank you, Teresa, for asking. I appreciate it. I noticed too that my so I noticed that when my main accounts get locked up and I log into my second one that I don't have, it gets in jail too. So they can definitely tell that they're both mine. My sons now both have their own accounts. Exactly. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so that's another one. So Nanette, if you're inviting too many people to your invite, that is a problem. If you're inviting too many, when you say to a party, I don't know if that means a group or not, but if you are inviting people to a group by invite, I would really want to encourage you to stop doing that, please. That is a really, really bad way to grow your sales. It is actually going to hurt you so much in the long run. You have no idea how much work it's creating for you 6 months down the line. Like, only invite people who you know will want to purchase and who are interested, and only invite them after you've already messaged them to let them know. If we're talking about just a live event that you're doing, like a live sale on your wall, that's fine. But if you're trying to invite people to your group, I strongly recommend against that. If you're inviting people to your live, that's different because it's a one-off situation and it doesn't, and it's not, you don't get consistent and perpetual notifications about that as a consumer. So like on my side, if you invite me to your group, and without asking me or anything, I get notified about everything that happens in that group. And I don't want to, because I don't want to be in that group. You invited me without my permission. That's not cool, right? But if you invite me to a live, I just get notified about the live and that's it. I don't get notified about anything else unless I interact with that live. So if you want to invite people to parties, like your live parties, do it slowly. Do 5 at a time. But make sure to focus on the ones who you think will actually want to be there. Because the fact of the matter is this: if you're inviting people that don't want to be there, you're just irritating them and turning them off of your product. You want to invite people who want to be there. And the way to find out which people want to be there is you need to know who your target audience is, which I talk about in the Social Strategy Squad. Let's see. Does posting as your business page in groups help keep you out of jail? It doesn't hurt you. I love your profile photo. Just love it. It doesn't help keep you out of jail, but it does help your Facebook algorithm a lot. So what I usually do is I'll pick let's say today, and I'll switch over to my business page profile in my groups. I'll post a couple times, respond a couple times, and then I'll switch back. And I do that like once a week or so, and that's how I keep it active. Okay. I love seeing you every morning at 9 a.m. Dude, is that a margarita? I know that's from the cruise. I'm still joking. Do we have to connect the page to the group? I've always heard that if you start posting as your business page in your group, that it doesn't recognize it as you and you lose engagement and they don't see the post as much. So Kelly, that is part true, part false. So the true part is that they don't see your posts as much if you post as your business page, but you still should connect them. There are a lot of perks to connecting that Facebook is adding slowly, updated and improved analytics, insights, synergy between business page and group. There's just a lot of things in there. You will see a drop in engagement for the first 2 weeks. Then it'll regulate. But when I say connect the two, I don't mean post only as your business page. I mean connect the two, post as yourself most of the time, and then as your business page once a week or something for a couple of hours. And that's it. Like that'll help keep it active. But you really want to do that because otherwise your business page isn't active. And if your business page isn't active, then you will not grow. 100% your growth will be so slow. It'll be like molasses in January, ridiculously slow. And you do not want it to be that slow because obviously we want to grow our businesses fast because we need to make money. So you want to be able to give your business page a reputation. The problem is your business page doesn't have a reputation because right now you're probably only posting as your business page on your business page, which means your business page has no rep. To create rep, it needs to be active in other parts of the world. It needs to be active in a group. It needs to be active when you're commenting on people's posts. You need to have a little bit more activity with your business page so that it has a life, so that when you're growing, Facebook acknowledges that life and gives it traction. Okay. All righty. So that helps. Okay. All right. Is doing live sales in your closed VIP group a problem if you're posting as your personal profile? No, it is not. The only reason it's a problem is because your business will grow extremely slowly because a closed group is a completely closed environment. It's almost like let's say today I'm having a sale I'm not live right now. Let's pretend I'm having a sale in my house, right? For, pens. I'm doing a sale of pens in my house. I advertised everywhere in my house. There's signs all over my house letting people know that I'm having a party in my house. I did one post outside on the highway, just one, letting people know that I was having it, but that's it. Other than that, everything happens in my house. And then I go live in my house, and I'm like, where is everybody? Why isn't anybody coming to my party? Well, it's because I did everything inside my house, inside the four walls. There was no way for anybody to even see what was going on. The more that I get out into the world outside of groups and stuff, the more I realize that we were programmed incorrectly. Those of you who started selling on Facebook and started selling in groups, that was incorrect programming. We were programmed to do groups because of the direct sales world. Unfortunately, all that does is keep your community this way and growing smaller, smaller, and smaller, because the way that the algorithms work, if you, let's say, start with a group of 100 people, you post every day, you post regularly, even if everyone in that group loves you, by the end of the year, you will be 10 people short. And then you'll lose 10 people the next year, which means in 10 years, you'll have no people in that group, because there is something called a churn rate. You will always churn through your customers. You've already seen that. If you're not bringing new customers in at the same pace as you're losing them, you're losing money, you're losing business, which is what I'm sure many of you are dealing with. That's happening because you're in your group. If you really want to get more customers, you've got to be out in the public, your business page, your Instagram, your networking, things like that. And we'll talk again. That is what we're closing with today. And we're going to get there. What about creating events and inviting in those? Again, it's all about the behavior, Kimmy. So like, think about it this way, right? Let's say that I create an event, and I invite you, click. I invite Jim, click. Trista, click, right? That took me a little bit of time. But what a lot of you guys do, because you're wicked fast, I've seen you guys type. You are so fast. I cannot type that fast on my phone, right? You'll have your phone. You'll start, you go to invite everybody. Invite, right? That looks like a robot. So Facebook's like, you're a robot. You're trying to spam the system. Jail. You're in jail. Right? And that's how you get put in jail. So once again, always only invite the people that you think are going to be interested based off of your target audience, and invite the way a human being invites, not the way a robot invites, right? Always ask yourself, does this look robotic? If you go down your newsfeed and like, that doesn't look like anybody's engaging or building a relationship. It looks like you're liking things so you can get reach. Facebook is an AI. It's very smart. It's really dumb in some cases, but it's also very smart in others. It knows when you're trying to game the system. If you try to game the system, it knows and it will punish you. It sucks, but that's the way it is. If we know these things, we don't have to be victims of them, right? When we know how it works, we don't need to be under the yoke of that problem. We can just mitigate it. And again, like I said, the last set of things that we talk about is going to be the action items. Those are going to be the ones that will help you do things that are off of Facebook so that you don't feel like you have to do that thing so much. But creating events and inviting, totally fine, as long as you're not acting like a robot. Okay, so Jim and Trisha, if you have a bunch of people you want to join your group, i.e. a loop, I cannot discourage you from using loops enough. Loops are quite possibly one of the biggest mistakes a business owner can make. I can't even tell you how much I have seen business owners struggle with loops. I'm not going to be able to give you the details about why right now, just because it's a much longer conversation, but I can tell you that it dilutes your group and makes it less likely that your actual customers will see your content. In fact, instead, it makes sure that the people who won't want to buy from you, that they see your content, because there's more of them than there are customers. It also creates a community of people that want a lot of free stuff, which means in 6 months, you're going to be complaining that all your group wants is free stuff. They only engage when you give out free stuff. Well, the thing is you invited a bunch of loopers in. And when you invite loopers in, what do they want? They want free stuff. So why are you mad at them for wanting free stuff? It hurts your business a lot. I will post an article for you. After this, I have a whole article that I wrote about it, about why loops are really, really bad for your business. I'm so glad you brought this up. So glad. Because I know that there's people who still do loops. You might be one of them. And I know that it's hurting your business. Like, there's no world in which it's not hurting your business. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, if you slam a hammer on your toe, it's going to hurt. Assuming you don't have any nerves, assuming you don't have like nerve damage in your toe or something, right? You take a hammer, you smash your toe. That it's a given. There's no question where one day what if I hit you with this hammer in this way? Maybe it won't hurt. No, you're definitely getting hurt if I hit you with a hammer, right? That's exactly what loops are. There is you can have a short-term success. Long-term though, it's going to be a problem. Is creating an event for a live and inviting okay, so I did answer that question already. Thanks, I've appealed many times. Okay, she's appealed. I keep getting okay, all righty. Thank you, Amy. Amy loves my energy. Thank you. I appreciate that. I also like my energy. Okay, where do I look to make sure my business page is linked to my group page? I will add that link to this. How to link. I think I actually have a video or to group to business. I think I actually have a video on it. I'll share that with you. No problem. Which is why they made, I can't remember when that came from, Jenny, so I'm not going to do. Exactly. Advertise like crazy in your house and it will lead to nothing. I'm so glad you like it. Analogies are one of my gifts. I love analogies more than anything. It turns out, by the way, I'm really bad at visual metaphors. When you show me a movie and it's supposed to be a metaphor for something, I have no idea. There's actually a very fun music video in the squad right now for those of you guys who are joined. If you join, go to the squad, look at the music video. There's one where everybody's talking about this visualization, this woman in a hat. I didn't see it because I'm really bad at visual metaphors. Okay, our VIPs need to be closed because of company policy. So, Kara, so that's fine. You can have closed groups, but you can still bring people into your group. And I think that, I'm not sure, I'm looking at you and I think, what do you sell? Can you tell me what you sell, if you don't mind, so that I can, and you can message me privately if you'd like, but if your VIP groups can be closed, but you can still bring people to your community using Instagram, Facebook, your newsletter, TikTok, Snapchat, WhatsApp, YouTube. There are many different networking. There are many different ways to get people into your group. But and I'm not even talking about having a public group. Having a public group doesn't help you either, because a public group is simply people can see what's in it, but they can't find you. They can't search for you. It's not going to show up in their feeds randomly. It has to be your business page or Instagram, something publicly indexed. Do you recommend making your online live events in your business page or just in your group page? If you're trying to grow, you have to be outside your business. You have to be outside your group. That's bottom line. You have to be outside your group. If you're going to be creating events for it, I would create it in both places. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to dive in. So Kelly, yes, appeal, always appeal, always appeal. Okay. All right. So Anna, I'm going to come back to you because that's sort of like, it's a specific question. I'm going to come back to you later. If I don't, send me a message. I'll help you out. Okay. Jackie. Okay. So Jackie, so what loops are is when you join like a group where basically, let's say there's 10 retailers in there. Okay. So there's 10 retailers. So let's say it's Jackie, Amanda, Kelly, and Cara. There's 4 of you in there. Okay. And what you do is part of the rules of the group are you have to share. There's a post that has all 4 of your links in there. And every person who gets added to the group needs to go join all of those 4. And if they join all of those 4 and comment on the post, then they win a free prize, right? And so now that's how you get your groups to be bigger. But it's a very, very bad idea. It actually dilutes your target audience. It makes it almost impossible for you to sell. And I can tell you 100% for sure that almost all the businesses that I know of that started with loops have shut down those groups and started new groups without loops because they've realized what a terrible mistake it is. Don't get hit by this bus. Please do not get hit by this bus. To find out what happens when you get hit by a bus, I can promise you it doesn't lead anywhere good. It's quite possibly it's really bad, guys, really bad. Okay. All right. So I answered that question, Amanda, already about the business page and the group linking. You're going to want to check back and loop back to earlier on where I talked about that. Okay. Diane, that question, that depends on you. Public or closed it doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter in terms of your growth ability, in terms of your, and I can, I want to put this aside for now because, again, it's not about Facebook jail, Diane. And so I will help with these things. But if they're not Facebook jail specific questions, I don't want to answer those just because they're going to be adding a lot of chaos to the live. So if your question does not get answered and it is not related to Facebook jail, do me a favor, either join the Social Strategy Squad, post it there. You're welcome to, post it on the wall here. You can post it in the Business Strategy group, which is free. I will do my best to help you. You can ping me and I can tell you where to go if that's easier. Just ping the Direct to Success business page and I'll let you know where to post it. I have no problem answering all the questions that are here. But I don't want to dilute the jail conversation. Okay. Alrighty. And that goes for pretty much everyone. Okay. So yes, Facebook is Lisa, Facebook is able to remove your ability to do pretty much anything while you're in jail. And it can remove your ability to share while not in jail. While you're in jail, that is also a type of jail. But it also, sometimes the share button goes away. So I wouldn't jump to the conclusion that it's jail. Okay. Just because it could be a lot of things. Like I've had that happen to me a couple of times and it just goes away. And it's usually related to the page or the group or what have you. Okay. So, all right. So now we're sort of where we're at. We know why jail exists. We know what the problem with jail is. I'm going to now, and then if you have questions that you've asked that are not jail related, PM the Direct to Success business page. I will get back to you and I will help you. No problem. I just don't want to dilute this with not jail talk. Okay. All right. So now I want to give you the list that I wrote down here. Okay. Lisa, I don't know how you get it back. You just have to wait for it to come back. You can appeal and submit. Actually, this is really relevant. You can, if you have any problem with Facebook ever, there is a link in the description. It is for general Facebook support. Always submit a ticket. It doesn't matter if you don't think they're going to answer. It doesn't matter if they never answer and every ticket you submit, they just close out. Always submit a ticket that goes into their system and lets them know that something is wrong, because you still are giving value and helping solve your problem by giving them a ticket. A lot of times people don't report it, which means Facebook has no idea there's a problem. There's no point in us trying to solve a problem here if no one's going to report it to Facebook to let them know it's a problem there. And that's what the support thing is for. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, there's different types of jail, Donna. It's weird. Okay, so here's the list, and then we'll talk about some more then we'll talk about like an actual strategy. Don't ask your audience to share. Use BeLive or something, just like, I have this ticker going down across the bottom. Do something like that, right? So I don't have to ask you to share. I've already said the words, but like, don't say the words share, comment, react, like, tag. Don't say those words. All the 5 words I just said, don't say them. Okay. Don't share to links groups. Don't share to your personal profile. Don't sell on your personal profile. Sorry. Don't sell. Don't friend a lot of random people that you don't know with the attempt of growing your business. Don't send cold messages. Hey girl, hey, never talked to you before in my life, but I really want you to try out whatever this is. Oh, this one's big. Turn off auto responders. Okay. If you have auto responders like comment sold or things like that, if you get thrown in jail a lot, turn that off and test it out to see if you don't get thrown in jail. I don't know that is or isn't causing anything. I know that some people were definitely struggling with the comment sold. And I know that not all of you use that. It's mostly people who sell outside of direct sales, but I want you to know that that's a thing. If it is an auto responder, so that when somebody comments something, it automatically responds like, oh, hey, you've won this, congratulations, or what have you. That is a bot. Facebook doesn't like bots. And I know that they're working with Facebook, but sometimes when they upload the code, remember, they sometimes upload errors and that'll cause the problem. So if you happen to have to use something that auto responds to your customers, including a bot, a chat bot, just turn it off for a week and test it out and see if you don't get thrown in jail. If you don't, then your problem's solved, right? It's definitely an area to test, but I'm not saying that is or isn't causing the problem for everyone, because again, jail is different for everyone. And based off of your behaviors, different things will impact you differently. Make sure that, and if you do have a chatbot, make sure that your chatbot is compliant and post regularly and engage regularly outside of groups. It's the BeLive app, Teresa. It is called BeLive, and there is a link for it up in the comments, in the description. It's called BeLive, and I'm a partner with BeLive. If you use my link and use the code SUCCESS, you get 20% off of an annual subscription. Okay. So you can't even say those words. No, you can't say them. Facebook hears them and you're done after you say them. Like, I'm glad you guys are already on, because if you weren't, I would be done. That's it. Like, you guys, nobody else is seeing this post now that I've said those words. It's done, right? The life of it is done. Okay. So now I'm going to talk about the part that's wicked important. So I'm not going to look at the chats for a few minutes, and we are going to go a little long. I'm sorry that we're going to go long, but we are going to go a little bit long. Okay. So, because this is really important and I wanted to make sure that we got to everything. Facebook has control over your business. It has you by the whats. If you don't want Facebook to, then don't let it. Okay. The reason why Facebook has you under control and why it's the reason why you're anxious. Facebook jail. How do I sell? What do I do? I can't post. I can't comment. I can't find new customers. How do I grow? How do I connect with my customers? The chaos that comes from being in Facebook jail doesn't have to exist. It really does not. The reason why this happens is because most business owners focus exclusively on Facebook and forget that there are many other platforms out there. No matter what you sell, no matter what business you're in, whether you're a coach, you're a LuLaRoe retailer, you're an independent boutique owner, you're a ring bomb party hostess, you sell makeup, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You need to have another line for which to connect with your audience. And the reason for that is that as long as you only have one point of failure, which is what you have right now, you have a single point of failure, which is if Facebook goes down, you're done. So if Facebook shuts down tomorrow, what happens to your business, right? There's a lot of panic, a lot of freaking out. What do we do? What do we do, right? And I've been there. Oh my God, have I been there? Like when I was in jail for like a whole month in February of last year, or the year before. I can never remember if it was last year or the year before. I'm temporarily challenged, but it was either last year or the year before, but it was horrible. Oh my God, it was the worst. And I just kept getting put back in jail. And at the time, they weren't shutting down so this must have been 2 years ago, because at the time they weren't shutting down the second account. So I had a second account called Vanessa Sire Valley, because that was what our name was in the back office at Little Row. I had to use that most of the month because I could not. And then I got rid of the account. So I'm like, well, if I get thrown in jail now, I'm screwed, right? You know, your anxiety is a little bit up. It's a little bit up. And I shared this with, I'd love to hear from you guys. Okay. And I'm going to go to the Direct Success homepage to look at this one. Show of hearts, show of emoticons, right? How many of you feel like you have memory problems? I know this is going to sound totally random, but trust me, I'm going somewhere with it. Like you feel like I can't remember as much as I used to, or I'm getting older and I think my memory isn't so good, or I have trouble. Or like you put down your glasses and you're like, where are my glasses? Or you're wearing your glasses. You're like, where are my glasses? Right? Do you have memory problems at all of any kind? Okay. And have you chalked those memory problems up to old age, right? Have you said, well, I'm just getting older. This is what happens when you get older. All right. I want to see in show of, and I'm going to click on this. Emoticons, right? Okay. I want to see what this looks like, right? And see on this page. All righty. So we have a lot of people. So we have a lot of people. So tell me whatever you want to tell me that, right? No, Facebook cannot see my ticker, dude. Facebook cannot see my ticker, Teresa. Okay. So not sure, can't remember. Exactly. I'm going to close out of that because I don't want to, all right. I don't want to, it's eating up my bandwidth. Okay. So that totally ate up my bandwidth a lot. So yeah. No. Oh, great. Nice job, Sil. Sil does not have memory problems. Okay. I'm going to give you a reason for why you might not have memory problems. All right. Here's the thing. Okay. The reason for that is this: when you are under stress, so like, let's say you're stressed out, am I going to go to Facebook jail? Something that's like light stress. We're not even talking, I mean, that's big stress, but like lots of different stress. That releases a hormone called cortisol into your system. Cortisol blocks the formation of new memories. Oh, wait, sorry. It increases your cortisol, reduces your serotonin. Okay. That blocks the formation of new memories, short-term memories. It makes it difficult to recall long-term memories. All right. It actually releases a chemical that blocks your brain from remembering and from making new memories. All right. What that means is that a lot of your memory problems come from stress. And the stress comes, Mary Beth, what was the question? And it reminds me of a clue. Certainly. What was the question? Is there anyone else in the house? No. Sorry, I could do that whole thing forever. If any of you are Clue fans, I just got you for life. I know that. So yeah, that stress is what makes you have a bad memory. When you start managing your stress, your memory is going to be better. Plus, when you are stressed and your cortisol is high and your serotonin is low, another problem happens. Your creativity, done. Because it also shuts off your creative receptors. So basically, by being under stress, you're less creative, less productive, and you can't remember things. That's not what you want as a business owner. You don't want that as a business owner. Okay. So it is like super important to focus on not being stressed. One of the major stressors in our lives is Facebook engagement, Facebook notifications, people not coming to your parties because they don't see the notifications, people not buying your stuff because they don't see the notifications, people not engaging. Like Facebook in general creates a lot of anxiety and tension for us. What you want to do is start to think of different ways in which you can attract. I know, right, Melissa? Mind blowing, right? I'll tell you something. And this isn't just me. In the squad, we have a lot of people. So I train a lot about how to improve your memory. I don't actually talk about it that way. I talk about it how to manage your hormones, because your cortisol and your serotonin and your dopamine and endorphins, those of the chemicals. You can control all of them. You can decide like right now. I can tell you. All right. So I'm going to show you guys a trick at this moment. Okay. I'm going to show you how you can release serotonin in your body right now. Okay, like right now. I want all of you to close your eyes. And I want you to take a deep breath, 4-count breath. We're going to hold it, and then we're going to let it out, 6-count, okay? Right? When you take a slow breath in and a long breath out, and you take a pause, it activates the vagus nerve. It actually activates a nerve in your body that stimulates the production of your feel-good hormones. which takes you down and reduces your cortisol. And that's it. Right then, you just controlled your entire body's hormone system on your own. And you can do that anytime you want, okay? Breathing in deeply and slowly might seem melodramatic, but it actually has a huge physical impact, okay? So the second thing is put systems in place that make sure that you're not going to have such a tense time. One of the main factors in cortisol production comes from unpredictability. When you don't know when something's going to happen, you produce more cortisol because you're like this. You're waiting. Am I going to be in jail? Is this going to work? Press the button. You just release. I'm releasing cortisol right now. I don't want to do that, right? You release cortisol, right? Right when you do that, okay? Aaron, didn't help that my 3-year-old was pulling my hair while I did that. Dude, don't worry about it. You can do it later, or you can do it now. What was I going to say? Melissa, thank you so much. I am so glad. I'm so glad. You should join us in the squad. We do this kind of stuff all the time. This is what the squad is like, except more. And lately we've actually been sharing some music. You'll have to see it. We've been sharing some music videos that I've been using to highlight how to create a marketing strategy. These are the music videos like ones you've never seen in your life. I can guarantee you've never seen these music videos. And when you see them, you're going to be like, what the heck did I just watch? It's awesome. Okay. In order to remove that unpredictability, you need to have a predictable system in place. And that predictable system becomes this. Instead of having a Facebook first strategy, we're going to have a Facebook funnel strategy, which means Facebook isn't your be all end all. Facebook is merely part of, oh my God, Kim, the barrel. Everybody's coming in with their opinions. I would really love for you guys to share your opinions on the videos that we watch. Like, that's really key there. That's really key. Okay. So what that means is that you do your lives on Facebook. That makes perfect sense. Totally get it. But just FYI, BeLive is beta testing something really cool for YouTube. I'm just saying. That's just saying that, right? But so that's your live. But you can communicate and attract people to your live from other places, right? So for example, I'm going to give you a bunch of examples right now. I'm not saying that you should do all of these, but I want to give you examples from each of these so that you can see how it plays together. So from TikTok, you can create 15-second videos, trimming them shorter and putting them up on TikTok from your previous live, either a sale, a particularly enjoying reveal, maybe somebody who got one of those big $500 rings reveal, somebody, a very great makeup tip, a nugget, like a nugget of information, like the trick that I just shared with the breathing. It's a little long, but that counts as something. Anything from your videos that you can cut down into 15-second snippets that you can then upload to TikTok. You upload them to TikTok, which right now, by the way, is a completely open field for marketers. You upload that to TikTok, promote it for $1. Dude, you're going to get more reach than you ever got on Facebook because nobody is advertising right now on TikTok. It is an open space, an open field. That same post you can use in your stories. All of them can link right back to your next week event or whatever your next event is. Okay, so now while you're showing people, look at all the fun we had at our last event. Look at this reveal. Look at this tip. Look at this item. Look at whatever this is. The link for that goes for them to RSVP to your next event. Okay, so now each event that you have is promoting for the next event. So now it's not a waste of like the rest of the time. Because think about this. Right now, you create content, it's used once. Then you have to create more content again, used once. You have to create everything over and over again. That is a lot of active work. I don't know about you guys, but here's my life philosophy. I don't want to work all the time to make the money that I want and hit my goals. I want to work as little time as possible to make the amount of money that I want and hit my goals so that I can do fun things with my dogs and my family and watch Star Wars and The Mandalorian, which is awesome. Great to watch The Mandalorian. Seriously, if you're into Star Wars, watch The Mandalorian. I want to be able to do those things. I don't want to work 24/7. So when I started this business and my sister started her business, the boutique business, when we moved out of Lula, we she's now made this commitment too. We design our day according to the way we want it to look. I work 8 hours a day and then I work on my creative stuff. So I'll work in the evenings too when I want to, but I work on creativity. I work on things that allow my mind to flow, artwork, writing, things like that, because I need that time to be able to do that. For years, I wasn't able to do that because I was so busy working on the day-to-day to sell. I didn't have time to be creative because my stress hormones were so high. It was blocking my creativity. So now I wasn't able to be creative. So I couldn't grow because you can't grow if you can't be creative. Then you're just on a wheel, a hamster on a wheel. You can't grow if you're a hamster on a wheel. You're on a freaking wheel, right? You got to get off the wheel. Got to get off the wheel. Work smarter, not harder. Exactly, right? So what smart means is using the other platforms. So now you have TikTok that you can use. You have stories on Instagram. And yes, I know that Facebook owns Instagram, but it is still a different platform. So it does count. And there's different people on there. So 100% totally. I am so glad that you're enjoying it, Melissa. I'm going to share this comment because I want to use this screenshot later on because you were awesome. Thank you. Okay, so now you've got stories on Instagram. You've also got IGTV on Instagram where you can have slightly longer videos, 10 minutes long if you have a less than 10,000 followers. So now you're able to get a lot of people's attention from different places. All right, so now we're moving people into Facebook. The second thing that is ridiculously important, and this is more important than anything else, legit, this is the most important thing. Grow your mailing list, guys. However you do it, grow it. And I mean grow it organically. I don't mean like offer people money to do it. And however you do it doesn't mean like, be crazy about it. But find something that you can offer people, like something free. Like, and I don't mean free product. I mean like here's a free styling video. Here's a free how you put on makeup, if you're over 40. This is how you take care of your jewelry. Whatever it is, come up with something that you can offer. Make it a YouTube video, upload it private so no one can see it, and then offer it to your audience for free if they give you their email address. Have a mailing list that you nurture. I am in the squad. We have two systems that we recommend. One is Snap Retail, which is more for retailers. And then the other one is Aweber, which is for pretty much anyone. I use Aweber. I'm a certified Aweber consultant, so I can help with that if you have any trouble with it. And we also have another certified consultant in the squad, Katie Gunther, and she can help with that too. But have a mailing list. And here's what you do. So here's what you do. So then you won't use TikTok, Debbie. If it's not TikTok, whatever. So if they're on Instagram, you can put them there. Your audience is somewhere. Okay. And I'm going to get you in with a third place that they'll be in a second. Right. So once you have your mailing list, as you start to nurture your mailing list, send out regular emails the same way you do your posting, right? So once a week, you send out an email and you include one relatable post, one useful post. Your relatable post might be, oh my gosh, doing Christmas shopping this year right now. It's so hectic. And then maybe a picture of you looking crazy with your kids, like Christmas shopping. Same thing you'd post on the wall. The other thing, the second one, which is useful content, how to keep your sanity how to keep your sanity during the holiday season, or how to package your summer clothes for the winter season, or something like that. And then the third one becomes, hey, don't forget, we're doing our sale on Friday. Don't forget to be there. Then an hour before your sale on Friday, you just send out an email letting them know, hey, listen, the sale is starting in an hour. Don't miss it. Or the sale is starting in 5 minutes or 20 minutes, the same way you got the notification for this, right? I sent you a notification saying we're starting in 20 minutes. That's exactly what you do. You just let them know we're starting in 20 minutes. If you only send them that kind of an email, they're going to unsubscribe because they're not going to like you. You send them the one before that as well. So if you have a weekly regular email that goes out that tells them about your life, gives them useful content, and tells them about the sales, now they're going to stay because you're nurturing that audience on email instead of on Facebook. But here's the thing. It's the exact same concept. The only difference is you now there is no Facebook algorithm between you and your audience. Now it's just you and your audience, which means the only thing that's going to decide whether they click or not is this based off of what you write, which, good news, I have some tricks that have improved people's open rates like by 40%. It's amazing. So that's in the squad too. I actually think, yeah, that one's in the squad too. So now you're nurturing your audience on email, and the only thing you're using Facebook for is the actual selling part. You can still do all your Facebook things because you still do need to because you're still growing. But now let's say Facebook goes down. Oh no, Facebook goes down. This is terrible. Notifications are off. Everything's terrible. No big deal. Your list is already primed and ready. They're activated. You just send them the email, let them know, hey guys, Facebook's down. I can still go live. I'll be live. Just want you to know I'm going live in 20 minutes. Done. Bam. Now the notifications don't matter anymore. It doesn't matter if you've been engaging with people or not. The key thing here is don't spam, right? And again, I have full trainings on how not to be spammy and things like that. I know that me saying don't spam is not particularly helpful information. Like that's like saying be consistent. Like I always hate that. Be consistent. What the heck does that even mean? How do I be consistent? That's why I created training for that too, by the way. Okay. All righty. So let's come back here. All righty. Let's see the question. The squad is so much fun. The videos have not been my jam, but I love the lessons. And I like that, Debbie, because the truth is I'm probably not going to listen to those videos again either once we're done ranking all of them. But I think that they had powerful learning lessons. I agree. Totally. I get locked out every day. I can only stay free for like 12 hours or less. So Amy, for you, chances are you're chomping at the bit. You're posting too soon. When you get out of jail, just ignore it. Give yourself a couple of days off of Facebook. Go out and do something fun elsewhere outside of Facebook. Try putting some of these in place. But here's the problem with most of these strategies. When people get thrown in jail, I get a lot of emails and messages. I'm in jail. What do I do? I'm in jail. What do I do? I'm in jail. What do I do? And I give you advice and I tell you guys what to do and I give you your suggestions, and I say, here, try these things. 9 times out of 10, the business owner will try those things until they're out of jail. And then they're out of jail, so they don't care anymore. So now they go back to the jail. Now they go back to Facebook. A Facebook first strategy is always going to lead to, when Facebook goes down, you're going to be anxious. What you need to do is be working on these when you're not in Facebook jail. These need to be a priority. Maintaining your other social media accounts, which again, it can be TikTok, it can be Instagram, it can be WhatsApp, it can be Snapchat, it can be anything. It doesn't matter what it is. You just need to have something else plus a newsletter. So 2 platforms plus a newsletter. All right. Okay, so what if your TA isn't on TikTok? So if your TA isn't on TikTok, I gave a couple of examples, but here's the third example for you guys. You have to network outside of your house. Leave your house and go out and meet people outside of the 4 walls. I'm going to tell you right now, the mere thought of hanging out with people outside of my home makes me physically sick. I have ridiculously bad social anxiety. Like, really, really bad social anxiety. And I've had it for years. Those of you who knew me at LuLaRoe probably wouldn't believe it, but you would be surprised at how many times every event we went to with LuLaRoe, the very first thing that I would do is find the bathrooms. Because every 15 to 20 minutes, I would have to go and hide in a bathroom by myself and just sit there, bring myself back, and then come back out. And it has nothing to do with people. People are great. I am very anxious around lots of people. So I say this as someone with social anxiety who is an introvert. You must get out of your comfort zone and go out into the world and network. Syra saw her sales skyrocket when she started networking. I have gotten 4 new clients since I started networking. And I actually had to wait list a couple. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't take any more clients right now. Your business will grow tenfold. Now, again, there is a whole system and a whole strategy that goes into this. It's not just a matter of going to networking events. And I do train on all those things. But if you really don't want Facebook to have control of your business, then take control of your business back from Facebook. Facebook doesn't have control of your business because it just happened. You gave it control. You said, I want you to be control of my whole business and everything that I do. And I'm going to give you the keys to the castle. And you do whatever you want, Facebook. You've done that. You've given it permission. Take it back. You can take it back anytime you want. Take it back by doing some of these other things. And then when Facebook throws you in jail, you'll be like, sucks for you, Facebook. I'm compensating, right? You now have multiple areas. So when one goes down, the others are fail safes and they come back and they help you. Okay. All right. So why Aweber versus Shipping Easy or Loyalty Shop? So Aweber is an email program that is actually designed to send campaigns and mailing lists. Gary is working on making loyal shops like that, but right now it doesn't do the things that I believe are necessary for the system that you're going to need to grow your audience, but I believe that it will get there. And Shipping Easy is not the right platform. It's a shipping platform. They have some mailing features, but they're not an email marketing platform. What you really need is an email marketing platform. Okay. All right. Yes, Amy, here. I see you, Amy. I see you. You love fall. So do I. Okay. Teresa, coupon code for your group. I'm not sure what you mean. There's not a coupon code for my group. The group is to join the Social Strategy Squad. It's a link up. It's only $14.99. So it doesn't really need much of a discount. If there's something that you wanted to buy from like one of my classes and that does have a discount, let me know what it is. I will let me know. Like I'll send it to you in the group once you're in. Okay. All righty. Do I do one-on-one training? Amy, I do one-on-one training right now. There is a waiting list for it, but if you're in the squad, you may not need to pay for the one-on-one training. So my one-on-one training is between $350 to $500 an hour. However, in the Social Strategy Squad, on Tuesday afternoons, I do office hours. And we usually have 5 to 10 people who come in. I mean, usually it's about 5 or 6. And not everybody has questions. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 people with questions and no one else has questions and everybody's there just to listen. But it's a small, and it's included as part of your membership fee. You can bring any questions you have to the group and I will help you. So you don't actually need one-on-one time with me. I have designed the squad to be as cost-effective as possible to small business owners who run businesses out of their homes. One day I can tell you the entire reason for why I did that. I actually have a specific reason. I have a mission and platform type thing, but you don't need to buy one-on-one time with me. I would recommend trying out the squad hours. If you need one-on-one time with me after that, the challenges in the squad actually have a prize where you get a free 20-minute phone call with me and I'll help you with anything in your business. So there's plenty of different ways to get time with me that do not involve paying a whole lot of money, but you're going to have to join the squad to get them. Okay. All righty. There you go. See, Debbie just talked about it. That will help you. Amy just removed herself from a ton of groups. That will help you. That will 100% help you for sure. She's right about getting outside of your house. Go get a cup of coffee or a donut or something. Mendy recently jumped on that bandwagon. Totally great. I love it. This bandwagon is big. Everybody get on it. Everybody get on this bandwagon with me. I will make the bandwagon bigger if I have to. Because seriously, getting out of your house is the game changer. I'll tell you why. Walked out of my house the other day. I saw a big, gigantic caterpillar. It was all furry. Made a post about it. Go check out my Instagram. You're going to see some rando posts that come from just me walking out of the house. Okay, I think we're wrapping. Kathy, could you? All right, so Kathy, do me a huge favor. If that's if that's something you really want to know, I'm not sure which business you mean. Do me a favor and send that over to the Direct to Success business page. Let's talk a little bit deeper. The squad link is www.socialstrategysquad.com. The link is also in the description above, but it is www. Oh, I can't post it in here. I think. Where did it go? Okay, there we go. Strategysquad.com. You know what else I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, and then we're going to wrap up because I know we're running out of time. Okay. .com. Okay. All right. There we go. What? No. There we go. There we go. Okay. Thank you so much. I was just looking at it today and I was like, do I need to change my theme? But thanks that you have reinforced my desire you reinforced that I should keep it as is. Okay. Okay. All right. So we have sort of hit the tail end of this story. So bottom line is this. Facebook jail is a thing that is going to happen. This is my business strategy tip for you guys. There's no way around it. You have a choice when you get thrown in jail. You can either be upset about it, be frustrated, be angry, be fearful, be whatever the words are that are negative feelings. But what's that doing? That's releasing cortisol in your system. And if it does that, then here's the problem. You're in jail and you're interfering with your creative and problem-solving skills, which means you're not going to be able to solve the problem of being in jail. So I recommend divorcing your emotions from this situation. It's going to happen. It's an AI. I don't like to say it is what it is, but it is. If we're going to be strong business owners, the next step is to figure out how to make it not matter. Okay. If jail is a thing that's going to happen, how do we make it not matter? The way you make jail not matter is by building an infrastructure that is diverse, that has variety in it so that you don't have a single point of failure, using alternative social media platforms, external networking, your mailing list, whatever it is you decide to use. But you do need to have 2 social media accounts, Facebook and one other, your newsletter, and networking. Those are going to be major ones. And by networking, I mean networking with people outside of your company. Like I don't mean networking at like your conventions or things like that, right? Yay, you joined the squad. Welcome. Here, I'm going to do, oh, you see the squid? Elaine gave me this squid, guys. Isn't it adorable? And she also gave us, it came with little starfish, which are the little squid army. Oh my God, it's so cute. I almost started crying when I opened up the box. Welcome, Selena. So good to see you. All righty. Exactly. Bravo to your training. Be a Boy Scout. Be prepared. Okay. Welcome to the Squid Squad. All right. So, guys, if you have any other questions, Direct to Success, PM me on that. Join the Social Strategy Squad. Anytime. You are always welcome. We have a new member of the Squid Army and Selena. Woohoo! I'm going to put that up there because I'm really happy. I always love it when we have new squad members because the squad is awesome. All right. I'll see you guys in there. Those of you who are joining the squad, I'll see you at 9 a.m. Otherwise, this video is up for replay. Feel free to share it with whoever you'd like. Let's try to get as many people out from under the yoke of Facebook as we possibly can, right? All righty. Okay. No worries. I'm going to come back to all of you who have questions. Okay. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks so much for being here.